We are here to talk to you about something that we can help you with today, and that is promoting your book for academics. And Jennifer and I are doing a live event next month for our wonderful, beautiful academics who are looking to promote a book from years ago, a book that you
Mhm.
have coming out in the future, but even like a research project that you have that you want to get traction around. You want to get visibility, right? You want thought leadership around the thing that you have created and brought into the world. We are here to serve you and invite you to this event. So let me first introduce Jennifer to my audience.
Just logistics wise, first, the event's on April 12th, but if you can't make it live, so many people couldn't actually make it. Sometimes something came up, or maybe they planned not to make it to our last live event, and they still found that replay really valuable. Like, they still had that transformation because we'd done so much thought in advance. And this time, you're going to get a worksheet to take home to help you actually implement some of the things that we're talking about. In addition, even if you can't make it live, everyone is going to get an invitation for a little consultation with me. That way, we have some private space to look at your profiles together or even talk about working together. Sheena and I actually team up on online presence VIP days. So there's an option to work with us too. Now, this is not a sales event. When you come to this, like we'll mention our VIP day, but this is not like trying to get you to buy it. We just want you to know that there is an option for working with us if you feel like you want more one on one support. This really is a workshop intended for people to have tools and the mindset to go out and be more effective at sharing your book afterwards. So you won't need to work with us after this event for you to have that transformation. That is an option if you find it helpful.
How can these two people help me? And so you don't want us talking about ourselves. But I do think that sometimes, it is important for us to give context. It's a lot of people out here on the internet that are saying they can teach certain things and saying they can promise X, Y, and Z. And a lot of times they have great sales funnels, but they might not actually have the background expertise or context that you need to specifically help you. So Jennifer and I, we focus on academics because that is our expertise. We're not saying, hey, everybody come to this event, right? So we are really laser focused on our academics. And that could be, if you have a master's degree, a PhD, if you're an adjunct, right? If you have those, that's our audience, right? And we've been where you are, and we understand what you're going through in terms of promotion and selling your book and getting your research out there. So for me, I am a full professor, and I've published a book a year every year for the last 11 years. Some years I've published like 2 and 3 books, right? Most of them academic books. So this book right here is based off of my research. So I did my research on comics, like literally the Boondocks comic strip. And so I do a lot of rhetorical analysis of culturally iconic things and looking at language and how it impacts us and affects us. And what I've learned in promoting my research is that there are micro audiences for whatever your topic is. So I get academics that say, "Oh, nobody will care about my, I don't know, 16th century literature thing that I like." Yes. Yes. Yes, they will. There are micro communities. There are people right now gathering around your topic, and you have to reach them, right? You have to let them know that you have something that is of interest to them. And so those are some of the things we'll be walking you through in this session. And again, a lot of that is mental because we are, our default is to say, oh, nobody's going to be interested in my research, but that's not true. If you're interested in it, there's communities of people interested in it, I promise you. And we're going to show you how to tap into that so that you can get book sales, get visibility, right? And yeah.
When it comes to actually promoting your book, I want to make sure that we're not just thinking about the one audience that makes sense for reading your book can be shared by people who care about you, by people who care about your topic. That can be shared and cared about by people who do not read your book too. And so I really like thinking about that whole cycle of how we can reach people who care, because your book is meaningful and should be out there in the world. And your academic life, whether that's something that is like an intentional thing you wanna get better at, that's okay. Like, you can have an online presence, you can not have an online presence, but really your book deserves one, and you're kind of intrinsically tied to that as the person who wrote it. Like, you have to have agency in sharing it because, honestly, academic presses aren't supporting that kind of marketing outreach that some professors have experienced in the past, and the top best-selling books maybe still do. It's very rare that you get the kind of marketing support that your book deserves. And so I want you to know that you do have agency in how you can help your book reach people afterwards. And that's one of the reasons we're doing this event.
But when you come to the event, this is going to be where you get your transformation. And before I forget, um, if you want, we're going to be pulling up your social media profiles, your websites, anything you want us to look at, and we're going to give you real time feedback. You can walk away with real time feedback on the things that you're working on in terms of selling your book.
One of the things that I love that, people will get to experience because we're teaming up for this is that we have kind of different approaches when it comes to online
I
presence. Like,
love it too.
you
Yes.
you love your online presence. You're really active on social media, and like you have so many ideas. You almost like don't have time for most of them, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And I spent like the entire last year avoiding social media in the sense that I was not going to use it unless I absolutely felt like there was something that I had meaningful to share in that moment. It was a very different perspective for me. Like, I've been helping academics with online presence since 2018. I mean, full time. But so many of my clients, they're like senior academics, mid-career academics who just, they're like, I have never been a social media person. I'm probably not going to be a social media person. And that's okay. There's still ways to promote your book. There's still ways to have a strong online presence. And I want you to know when to use social media because it is meaningful for you, even if you're not going to use it consistently. And then Sheena has so many ideas that it makes that choice to actually share almost like, oh, well, I already know what I could do. I already know how it's gonna be meaningful. So, yes, this feels like it's worth my time. It feels like it's a good use of my energy, and I know it's gonna help people. Those are the feelings that I want you to have after sharing your book. Both the ease from me of, like, maybe not having to post all the time, and the excitement and spark that you can get from having someone like Sheena in your corner. So this is like an interactive workshop, and I really hope you have a big transformation during it because we put a lot of energy into the stories our clients have told us, the stories people are coming to us with and saying, this is what I'm struggling with when it comes to sharing my book, or this is why I'm not sharing my book, or this is why I want to share my book, but I'm not sure how to go about it. I'm so excited.
I really love what you just said. And I think it's
Mm,
important for the audience to recognize, okay? Jennifer and I have different approaches, which is
yeah.
good for you, right? This is good for you as the person that will be attending this event. Because you can see that there are different pathways to get to where you're trying to get to. You can create your own path by
Yeah.
learning from both of us, but just knowing that there are different ways to do this to me is a relief. Everybody does not wanna be doing what I wanna be doing, and some people wanna be doing it the way I wanna do it,
Yeah.
and, like, just knowing that Jennifer is here, to show you a way that's not like mine, and that I'm here to show you a way that's not like Jennifer's is I'm telling you, it's going to be a treat for you, right? You don't have to be on Instagram posting 3 times a day like me and checking messages 24/7 and doing all the things. You don't now if you want that, of course, I'm gonna we're gonna give you the strategy, but there are other ways, right? Me and Jennifer talked about SEO. right? We're not gonna give you too much because we want you to come to the event. I'm just gonna put that out there. You are empowered when you know those different ways so that you can choose the one that most aligns with your personality and how you want to go about doing things. We're working hard on giving you the information that you need within this 90 minutes. So not the fluff, not watching 100 YouTube videos and trying to figure it out and piece it together. Like we're going to give you, hey, this is what you want to do to get the results that you're looking for, and we'll be there to answer questions. So there will be time for a Q&A at the end to get your personal questions answered based on your personal situation. And we look forward to that. We look forward to engaging and talking and being interactive and helping you promote your books,
I
right?
feel
So
like that's when we're at our best too.
yes,
Like once we get into like your
yes,
questions and like your book, oh my gosh, our brains just are like boom, 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 boom.
yes.
It was a great conversation last time.
Yes, yes. That QR code is gonna be there. You can scan it. It'll take you to the beautiful workshop page that Jennifer has created. You can also go right to the comments, click on the link that Jennifer put in the comments, and it'll take you right to the registration page. We both look forward to seeing you. And yeah, comment or DM us directly. Direct message us directly if you have any questions at all.
Thank you so much, Sheena. This is great. And
Yes,
everyone who's watching, I hope you'll join us at our live event on promoting your academic book.
for sure. Bye, y'all.
Bye.